Donald Trump's plan is to give another massive tax cut to billionaires and big corporations. Now, do not boo. Vote. I am going to break you of this habit. Now, some people, because, I'm having conversations around the country with folks as I go campaigning, and I'll hear some people say, well, I remember the economy when those first 2 years with Trump, they were pretty good. And I say, yeah, it was good. Because it was my economy that I gave to him. I had spent the previous 8 years cleaning up the mess that Republicans had left me. So when I handed over the economy to Donald Trump, we had had 75 straight months of job growth. And I said, here you go. And all he did with it was give a tax cut to people who did not need one. And drove up the deficit in the process. And now he wants to do it again. Now, wait. Now, in fairness, his other big economic plan is to slap tariffs on everything from food to TVs. Now, understand a tariff is any imported good, you just slap an extra cost on it. And if some other country's not playing fair in terms of trade, then you use it as a tool in your tool belt. But this is basically a Trump sales tax that could cost the average family almost $4,000 a year. This is not a plan to bring down prices. If you think prices are high now, Donald Trump's message is you ain't seen nothing yet. When it comes to health care, Donald Trump's got one answer, and that is end Obamacare. Get rid of the Affordable Care Act, even though 45 million people rely on it. A couple of weeks ago, his running mate had the nerve, the chutzpah, to say that Donald Trump salvaged the Affordable Care Act. What? Donald Trump spent his entire presidency trying to dismantle it, and he couldn't even do that right. When he was asked about it, he said, well, I have a concept of a plan for how I might replace it. Now, I want you to think about that. Let's say your boss gives you an assignment, says she needs it by Friday. Friday rolls around, your boss says, so did you finish that project I asked for? Well, I haven't actually started, but I do have a concept of a plan. Students here at Arizona, you could try it with your professors. Now, papers due, and you just write on a sheet of paper, concept of a plan. You could try it at home. Honey, did you do the dishes? I have a concept of a plan to do the dishes. Haven't done them yet. How's that going to go over? If it wouldn't work for you, why should it work for the President of the United States? But the good news is that Kamala Harris does not have concepts of a plan. She has an actual plan to make your life better. Now, if you challenge Trump or J.D. Vance on these quote-unquote concepts, they'll fall back on one final answer. This is their go-to. After everything else makes no sense, they'll go, and it doesn't matter what the issue is, housing, health care, education, paying the bills. He'll blame immigrants. He wants you to believe that if you let him round up whoever he wants and ship them out, all your problems will be solved. But remember, Donald Trump was president for 4 years. He likes to talk about Kamala being vice president for 4 years. We remember you being president, buddy, for 4 years. So the question is, why didn't he actually solve the problem when he was in power? Why was the number of undocumented immigrants basically the same when he left office as when he took office? I'll tell you why. Because he didn't have a real plan, and he still doesn't. What he had is talking points. What he had is a concept of a plan. And by the way, it was a mean and ugly concept.